Here it is.
Well, good morning and welcome to Vision. I am so glad you're all here. I'm glad to be here. Let's all stand together and celebrate being together today.
That song. Isn't that wonderful? Just kind of gets you all up and it gets you vibed up. There you go. That's for you, Liz. Well, before we go any further, let's pray in. This is the day that God has made. It is wonderful. It's whole, perfect, and complete, just as we are. We know that this day is just stretches out before us with all the qualities of God within us, just flowing through us and as us in the world. So we know we are the place where peace shows up. We are the place where joy and love and power and unity show up. We are the place where God is. We are the activity of spirit on earth, and we know it is all God. It is all good, and so it is. So good morning. How's everybody doing? Wonderful, wonderful start. This is our first Sunday in August, so we've got a whole new theme waiting for you. It's just going to be so much fun. So much fun. Everybody has your bulletins. You have your little thing. Okay. We're all good. We are all good to go. I want to tell you about practitioners. Practitioners are people that have gone to school for years in the art of compassionate listening and the science of healing prayer, and they are all around the room. Practitioners, please raise your hands so everybody knows who you are. Look around. Look around. These are the people that pray with you and for you all the time. So after service today, get a hold of a practitioner, say, pray. Whatever it is, whatever you're concerned, whatever's on your heart, don't do that. but they will be up here in the front of the room for prayer. So just come up here and ask one of them for prayer, and that's what we do. That's what we do because we know prayer changes things. So after the celebration, get a hold of a practitioner up here and have some prayer. It's wonderful. It changes things. For our community at home, Community Vision at Large, we have our meet and greet room afterward online. You can go there and also go into a breakout room and get one-on-one prayer there as well. So wherever you are in the world, there is a vision practitioner just waiting for you to ask for prayer. Isn't that lovely? What a thought. Okay, so do that. Don't leave here today without getting prayer support. Let's see, what else do I want to tell you? Oh, thank you. Reverend Jean is there to remind me. I love Reverend Jean. Thank you so much. There are prayer request forms in your bulletin. If you want to, you can fill them out. You can put your phone number on them. You can get a prayer over the phone. You can have a practitioner leave a prayer on your voicemail so you can listen to it over and over until you absolutely know the truth for yourself as they know it for you. So do that too. Get that prayer request form out. Get your pen out. I want to see this happening. Come on. There we go already. Thank you so much. Wherever you are, whatever you are, experiencing or a challenge or whatever. And you know what? Here's the great thing about prayer. Everything going well in your life? Is everything going well? Right? It's okay. I mean, really, honestly, you can get prayer because everything's going well. It's that more please prayer, or it's the thank you God prayer. Right? And if that's what it is, if everything's going well, pray on that too. Pray on that as well. That's the prayer of gratitude. That everything's great, please continue. Right? Okay, I'm done with that now. Let's talk about the guest packets. We have guest packets. They're on the prayer table. You pass them by probably in the lobby, in the front, in the back at the back door also. They look like this. They welcome you into Vision. There's a wonderful saying on the front. We say it every week to remind ourselves, and we say it for our guests, and we say it for our Vision community at large that's watching from the computer. Now we're going to say it together. You ready? Whoever you are and wherever you are welcome here, you are safe, and you are loved. And that's the truth. So get a packet. If you are already a member of Vision, if you've already fallen in love with this community, and who can't, right? My God, we're so lovable. You can give it to a friend. Give it to someone you know and let them in on this, because they will come in and they'll fall in love as well. So I'm going to leave that there, and I'm going to just turn it over to James Vandenberg, who is our choir director, by the way. Yay! And he's going to lead us in our centering song to prepare us for our 5-minute meditation. Thanks, James.
God is breathing me. God is beating my heart. God is breathing me. God is breathing me. God is beating my heart. God is breathing me. God is my breath with every word that I say. God is my life this day. I am breathing God. I am beating God's heart. I am breathing God. I am breathing God. I am beating God's heart. I am breathing God. I am God's breath with every word that I say. I am God's life this day. God is breathing me. God is beating my heart. God is breathing me.
Good morning. My name is Reverend Sam Flynn. I'm a staff minister here at Vision, and now is our time for meditation and quiet. So if you'd like to just settle back in your chairs, take a deep breath. We're going to have some quotes. We'll have some quiet time that is marked by the tones of the bowl, and some quiet time with Spirit, whatever that's like for you. So we'll start with a couple of quotes. The first is by Abraham Lincoln, who writes, "The best way to predict your future is to create it." And from our founder, Ernest Holmes, "We are so one with the whole that what is true of it is also true of us. We are one with unmanifest substance whose business it is to forever take form, and we are one with the law which gives form." And so what I know this day is that there is one life. That one life is God or Spirit. That there is one essence of all things. And so I relish in this truth, knowing that in speaking this thing, core concept one, as we teach it in Science of Mind and Spirit, in speaking and knowing this truth, that all prayers are already answered. For in God, all things are good. All things are love. All things are power. All things are grace. And so as I draw upon the faith that I have built through life experience, all that I have learned through the teachings, all that I learn each week here at Vision, all that I learn from speaking to my friends, to each other, I draw upon this faith to know that indeed it is true that God is all there is. And so what follows are words that allow myself to realize that indeed the prayer is already answered, the gift is given. The words are made manifest, the law responds. God says yes to all of this. As we come together in love, love is made manifest. As we come together in harmony, harmony is made manifest. As each of us realizes our vision, each vision is indeed made manifest. And so all of these words are empowered and powerful, for they are the words of Spirit. Therefore, they must be so. I claim it, I know it, I allow it, I accept it. I know it is done. It is that grace that is so rich and real. This is what we speak and hear. We relish this, knowing this gift is received. It is that one life of Spirit that is making itself known through each of our lives each day. And so I know it is true in this moment, each that follow, whether it is seen or felt or heard, I embrace it now and I claim it so. In gratitude overflowing, I release this word and I let it be. Please join me in knowing this by saying, and so it is.
Today is a special day at Vision because we have 3 new guests with us who've never been here before. Stephan Plummer is the songwriter here. She's from Patsy Cline's hometown in Winchester, Virginia. And the first song she's doing was made famous by Patsy Cline and others. And she's from the country, and you could tell it in the flavor of her music and her voice. And she learned the guitar early in life and loves all kinds of genres. And she moved from from Virginia to Seattle in the 80s. She was telling me it was like the perfect time to move to Seattle. And so she just released her 5th CD, Overcoming, which was songs about dealing with COVID. You all remember that. And so she sings primarily in the Seattle area, and hopefully she'll be down in San Diego even more. And she's going to be accompanied on piano by Jeanette Alexander, who lives here now. They worked together in Seattle in the past. And you've seen Jeanette around here sometimes. I think she performed in one of our special concerts here. And so she performs in churches around San Diego. She has some CDs. They both have CDs for sale. And also on backing vocals is Jeanette's sister, Lucy Gold. So please welcome Stephan Plummer, Jeanette Alexander, and Lucy Gold.
Hello. I'm so glad to be here. Thanks for having me here. I want to thank my friend Jeanette Alexander for setting this all up and putting it into action. And she's just a fabulous friend and musician, as you know. So thank you so much for having me here. Life is like a mountain railroad with an engineer that's brave. We must make run successful from the cradle to the grave. Watch the curves, the hills and towns, never falter, never fail. Keep your hand on the throttle and your eye upon the rail. Holy Spirit, thou will guide us till we reach that blissful shore, with the angels all around us in that great forevermore. All right. You can clap your hands if you want. Sing and dance. Join in. Yeah.
That's my little sis.
Holy Spirit, thou will guide us till we reach that blissful shore, with the angels all around us in that great forevermore. There they go again. All right. Play that guitar. Holy Spirit, thou will guide us till we reach that blissful shore, with the angels all around us in that great forevermore, in that great forevermore. In that great forevermore. Yeah, all right, let's hear it for the band. All right. Thank you, Lucy. Thank you.
What an honor. Thank you.
That was wonderful. Thank you. So here we are in a new month. We're in August, first Sunday of August. New month, new theme. You know we do this. We have our themes align with the Science of Mind magazine themes of the month. So if you have August's theme, you will know this month's theme is My Passion, My Purpose. Wow, that's big. My passion, my purpose. And today's talk is, what's your deal? So, what's your deal? What's your passion? What's your purpose? right? While passion exists within us, lights your fire, right? Lights that fire of emotions inside of you, purpose is the driving reason behind your demonstrations. It's the alignment of heart and head, really, when you think about it, right? Your passions, your emotions, that stuff that fires you up, and then your purpose, really what you do. When you are passionate about something, you light up, don't you? You get excited just talking about it. You can see how animated people get when they are passionate about something. They get all excited. Time dissolves away when you are participating in it, right? When you are involved in your passion, time just seems to melt away when you're engaged. You are in absolute state of flow when you are engaged in your passion. It gives you energy rather than sapping you of energy, right? You are just fired up by it. You become happier, you become more joyful when you are engaged in your passion. And you can have more than one passion, right? Don't you, throughout your life, you've done something else, you get passionate about something, then maybe you're done with it, right? You're complete, you go on, you get another passion. So the question is, what is your passion today? What is your passion today? And it's a personal thing. It's personal to each one of us. Purpose, right? Purpose, on the other hand, is the reason we do what we do. Purpose is more externally focused. It's our contribution, really. Ernest Holmes said this, I love this. He said, the word purpose might be defined in general terms as the very antithesis of aimlessness. It is the spirit of significance, of importance, a commingling of desire and determination, an inner recognition of the divine urge. I love that. The divine urge, that thing within you, the passion, right? And so the purpose is how it outpictures in the world, the way we demonstrate our passions. Passion is for you, purpose is for others, right? It's what we give to the world. Passion is what the universe gave you. Purpose is what you give back to the universe. Really, it's the way to externalize it. And Ralph Waldo Emerson said this. He said, the purpose of life is not to be happy. Wait, what? Did I get that right? Okay, yeah, no, it goes on. Okay. I was like, Ralph, what happened? Okay. The purpose of life is not to be happy. It is to be useful. It is to be honorable, to be compassionate, and to have had it make some difference that you lived, and that you lived well. Right? And that is, right? Doesn't that move you? It's like the passion is within you. The purpose is how you demonstrate that in the world. So I ask you again, so what's your deal? Right? What's your deal? And I'm not talking about your job, right? I'm not talking about your career. Many times, that's not where our passion is anyway, right? Sometimes that pays the bills. But it's not where our passion lies. I mean, it can. That'd be wonderful, wouldn't it? If your passion and your career is the same thing, that's wonderful. But it's not necessary. Sometimes we just pay the bills with our job. And our passion lies outside of work hours. Right? It's something else. And that's okay. And that's okay. And so what I want to do with you now is I want to do a small process. I hope you got your cards. Did everybody get a card? You need a card and you need something to write on. You got a card? You got something to write on? I'm so glad. Okay. So we're going to do this little process. I know it looks big, but it really is little. Everybody? Pencils? Cards? Okay. On the lined side of the card, you're going to write down 3 names of people you admire. They could be alive or dead. They could be fictional or real. 3 people that you absolutely love and adore and admire. Just put their names like here, here, and here, right, on the line. So you leave a little space around each name. 3 people that you absolutely admire. I'll give you a few minutes, not too long. I don't want this to be like a deep soul-searching thing. They should come to your mind really quickly. 3 people you admire, right? Throughout history. It could be somebody that's alive now. It could be millions of years ago. Who knows? Could be fictional in a book you read. Absolutely admire that character. But just put 3 people right off the top of your head. You know them. You know them instantly, right? They come right to your mind. No? Yes. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Okay, so I have 3 people on my list, right? I have Marie Curie, because I just adore her. She was brilliant and curious, and the whole dying of radiation poisoning thing I'm not really into, but all the other stuff about her I love. Emma Curtis Hopkins, she's on my list. I just love Emma Curtis Hopkins. And the third one is my dad. I just love and adored my dad his whole life. Anyway, 3 names. You got 3 names? Everybody, you with me? Okay. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to write a couple of adjectives for each one. Why do you admire them? What was it about them? But put a characteristic, put a descriptor. You know, like I said, Marie Curie is on my list because I thought she was brilliant, so brilliant would be one of the words I would use. Curious, courageous, I would use those words. So write a couple of descriptor words around each one. Whatever you think, right? Just whatever. Emma Curtis Hopkins, I wrote mystical, deep, soul-searching, right? So write a couple of adjectives, really, that's what they are, about why this person is so admirable, why you love them so much, why you hold them in such high esteem. So if you can't think of 3 words for each person, maybe 2, maybe just 1, it's okay. But just write down a descriptor or a couple for each one. So you should have at least between 3 and 9 adjectives for each one of these people. How you doing? How you doing? See, isn't this great? It's like you've been just didn't think there was going to be something to do on a Sunday morning, but here you are working. So here you go. You have this little card. So now you have like a couple of descriptors, right, around each name. We all on the same card? Get it? Okay. Ba-dum-bump. Okay. Now, and here's the other thing. Some of them can even repeat. Right? If maybe like honest is like 2 of your people. You like their qualities of honesty. It could show up more than once on the card for 2 different people you admire for the same reason. That's fine too. Just make sure you have a couple for each one. Now, when you are done, you're going to have a bunch of descriptor words. I want you to pick the top 3 descriptor words. They can be from the same person. They could be one from each person. If you have a multiple word, if you have a word that shows up on more than one person, I want you to circle that one for sure, okay? Just circle the top 3 words that you admire as qualities. I got all my cards up here. You got your top 3? You got your top 3 qualities? No, not yet. Come on. You're going to love this. This is wonderful. Where are my other ones? Where are my cards? Okay. We done? We circled our top 3? We have our top 3 words? I want you to turn the card over on the blank side, and I want you to put the 3 words all in a row, just like this. Boom, boom, boom. Just do it all in a row, right in the middle of the card. Right, on the blank side. Just take your 3 words, in any order, it doesn't matter. Just the top 3 words that you chose, and put them across the middle. Just like that. We good? I hope you at home, I hope you're doing the same thing. You can just pick any old index card and do this. Now, below your 3 words, I want you to write a phrase. And the phrase below the words are in the world. In the world. Just write that below your 3 words. You got me? Just in the world, below your 3 words. We're all together? Okay. Now, above your 3 words, I want you to write the phrase, I am here to be. I am here to be. You got it? I am here to be. Now, look at your card. Look at your card. Look at that passion. Look at that purpose. I am here to be. What is it? What is it? I am here to be, I'll tell you my card. I am here to be brilliant, mystical, and kind in the world. What's on your card? Say it out loud. I want to hear everybody say theirs out loud. Nobody's going to be listening in on you because they're reading their own card. Okay, you ready? You with me? Okay, let's begin. I am here to be brilliant, mystical, and kind in the world. Did you get chills? Did you get chills? Honestly, this is who you are. This is who you are, right? Say it again. I am here to be brilliant, mystical, and kind in the world. In the world. Those are the words. Say them out loud. Say them whenever you want. And now we're going to hang the card around our neck, right? Because we're all going to be on our card. And today at lunch, we're going to look at each other's card and find out really who you are, where your passion and purpose lies, right? These are your words. These are your words. How you live them in the world is your free will. And the question is, well, anybody want to share theirs? Anybody want to share their 3 words? I am here to, oh, come on, don't be shy. Somebody. Liz. She's here to be loving, authentic, and visionary in the world. Thank you, Liz. I appreciate that. We all have these wonderful words. These are your qualities. Remember, we live in a reflective universe. So the things you like out there, where do you think they come from? Right? It's a reflective universe. They come from within us. We see them out there because the universe is reflecting back to us who and what we are. It responds to us. The universe responds to us like a mirror. So those qualities that you love about somebody or some, person, those are qualities of yours reflecting back to you. And so the question I want to ask you is, are you on your card? Are you living on your card? All the time? All the time? Most of the time? None of the time? Huh? Are you living on your card? Viktor Frankl said, when a person cannot find a deep sense of meaning, they distract themselves with pleasure. So are you Facebooking all the time instead of being on your card? Are you shopping? Are you drinking? Are you gambling? Are you avoiding? Are you submarining instead of being on your card? What are you doing if you're not on your card? Right? The thing about the spiritual walk that we're doing, and I know you're on the spiritual walk with me because you're here, right? You're here. You're in this loving, lovely community. The thing about the spiritual walk is when we awaken, when we start walking in the light, it shows us our shadows, doesn't it? You know, when you walk in the light and it's brilliant and it's beautiful and like that, and it's shining on you, it casts a shadow. And that's the part we have to deal with. We have to deal with the shadow side, right? Who has judgmental on their card? Who has jealous or afraid or lonely or angry? Who has angry on their card, right? I am here to be petty in the world. No, nobody. That's the shadow nature. That is the antithesis of this. And when we look into the shadow, right? When we look into the shadow, this is where we go when we're not on our card. This shadow nature, this is where we go when we're not on our card. So when we're awake and aware and we're in the light, we can see better what our shadow is. It's where we go when we're not here. So when you're in avoidance, when you're in darkness, when you're not on your card, where is it you go? Because when we look at it, it tells us where our healing is, right? It tells us where we need to heal. And healing happens when we integrate. We can't demolish it, right? We can't just like rip up our shadow. But what we do is we integrate it. We welcome it, we love it, we transcend and include it to make it work for us instead. Ernest Holmes said this in The Spiritual Universe in You. He said, in principle and in potential, we are immersed in good, for we are in the mind of God, but we have freedom, volition, to create our own experience out of the possibilities of life with which we have been endowed, the prerogative of heaven or hell. So we need to shake ourselves loose from the tyranny of fear and superstition and isolation. And that's what we're doing by recognizing. We have to be brave enough, right? Here's our passion, and we have to be brave enough to look into the darkness and to incorporate it, understand it, transform it, so that we are free to live on our card and not the shadow side, not in avoidance of the card. These qualities on your card, your passions, these are the things you hold in high regard. You put them there. These are the things that you hold in high regard about these other people. But they're really about you. They're about things that you know are within you, that you see in others, because the universe does that. The universe reflects back to us. You know, and sometimes it's enough to know where our passion lies. We are here to be whatever, right? These are your passions. Love, joy, fulfillment, harmony. These words, these are passion words that you wrote down. This is who you are. So call those out. I am here to be joy in the world. I am here to be love in the world. I am here to be useful, whatever those words were. These are your words. Now, when it comes to purpose, well, we develop purpose, don't we? We demonstrate these passions in the world, and purpose develops. We don't just discover purpose, right? We develop it. We build it. We build that sense of purpose, how we demonstrate these passions in the world, and they can change too. We can demonstrate it one way, we can demonstrate it another way. Those purposes can change just as much as our passions can. Ernest Holmes said this in the textbook. He said, let us feel that our purposes are animated and inspired from on high, and then let us go forth and make our dream come true in human experience. With an invisible intelligence to guide and an immutable law to direct, let us take our place in any legitimate activity, and thus cause our dreams to come to full fruition. Right? And that also changes as we grow, doesn't it? How we will demonstrate our passions in the world, it changes. Purpose is a thing you build, you don't find. And just like your passion words, your purpose words are not jobs either. They're not what you do, right? Well, they may be what you do, but they're ways in which we show up in the world. So they're not really job words. Notice none of the words you have on your card say accountant, or veterinarian or sales clerk. We're not talking jobs, we're talking big concepts here. We are fired up by our passions, and then we build ways, we build purpose in the world. Ernest Holmes said this in a Sunday talk back in 1935 at the Wiltern Theater, if you're interested. He said, therefore, this is our whole philosophy when it comes to dealing with the invisible for practical purposes or results. Let the imagination lay hold of it. Let the feeling respond to it. Let the emotion tie up with it. And let the intellect and the will give it form. That's your deal, right? That's your deal. To know your passions and your purpose will be revealed to you, built by you, in the absolute perfect time, in the absolute perfect way. Your passion, your purpose. I'll be interested to see how it plays out. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Oh, I've got my list. I wrote this song a number of years ago. It's called I'm Rising in Love. Though there are times when I cannot see the path in front of me, I lose my way, feel so alone, like every friend I've ever known is gone. So far, far from home. Then I hear life call to me. There are choices to make. So how will it be? Are you gonna play safe, risk nothing at all? Or will you rise up with the colors of dawn, illuminating every step that you take? I'm rising in love.
Yes, I'm rising in love.
I'm rising in love.
Yes, we are rising in love.
This is my choice.
This is my choice.
This is my life.
This is my life.
And I'm rising in love. And fear won't stop it. And the seasons won't change it. War can't kill it. I now claim it. Divine Spirit God within me, your love flows throughout so naturally, raising my heart, singing my voice, speaking of love, calming the noise and generating every breath that I take. And I'm rising in love. I'm rising in love.
We are rising in love.
This is my choice.
This is my choice.
This is my life.
This is my life.
And I'm rising in love. And love is lifting us higher. Higher and higher. Whoa, love is lifting us higher. Yeah. Love is lifting us higher. Yes, it is. Love is lifting us higher. Love is lifting us higher. Oh, higher and higher and higher. Higher. Yeah. Higher and higher and higher. Higher. Oh, higher and higher and higher. Higher. Yeah. Higher and higher and higher. Higher. I know that love is lifting us higher. Yeah, yeah. Keeps lifting us higher and higher. And you feel it. Oh, yeah. I love it. Yeah, God keeps lifting us higher. Higher, 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 higher.
You're wonderful.
Thank you so much.
wonderful. Thank you so much. So, we are now at the point of conscious circulation. Don't you love it? Passion. That's passion, right? That is passion. Do you love them? Oh my gosh, thank you so much. That is passion. And this is our time for online circulation. Online? Conscious circulation, whether it's online or in person. Both, they count. If you are choosing to give today, thank you so much. It allows us to do what we do here in Vision, inside these walls, outside in the community, wherever we show up. We're a healing presence in the world, aren't we? I love that. So if you are choosing to contribute to that, thank you so much. We're grateful. The Core Council is thrilled that we show up and that we give in such a way that can be demonstrated in the world. So if you are choosing to give today, thank you. Let's put our gifts in our hands or bring them to mind. If you give like online or through the bank or something like that, just bring it to mind because we want it to be consciously circulating our good so that it can come back to us. So let's just close our eyes, go within, and know that we are in the river of God's abundance, that we stand open-hearted and open-handed, and we receive gratefully, and we give graciously, and we remain in this cycle of giving and receiving, knowing that it is Spirit always that is giving of itself to itself and circulating around. And we absolutely know the truth of God's abundance. So giving great thanks for this, we simply let it be. And so it is. Thank you so much. Oops, I did that. Hang on a second. My condom. Okay. Miracle Minute. We have a Miracle Minute to share. And this is from Liz. And she said, I have good air conditioning in my apartment now. Yay. Yeah, really. And you need it right now. Yay. She said she's been praying and receiving practitioner help. She said it's taken about a year and it's been quite a roller coaster ride. But she practiced waiting in quiet expectancy of good. And she was ready to move out. I mean, after a year, wouldn't you be? I would be too. But she said after about a year, she was ready to move in with a friend, and miraculously at the last minute, or God timing, right? It's always in God timing. God's never late, but very rarely early. Anyway, okay, the landlord agreed to put it in. So it's amazing, and she didn't have to move from the place she loved. And there you go. I think that's wonderful. Remember? Yeah, right? Very good demonstration. Remember what Gandhi said, prayer is not an old woman's idle amusement. Properly understood and applied, it is the most potent instrument of action. So stay on your meditation cushion, practice your affirmative prayer, and keep going regardless of what happens. I had a miracle minute this morning. We went through the drive-thru, and I got my coffee, and Adrian got his chai tea latte, and I was leaning over to put it in his cup, and he moved his elbow over to... Oh, you know how this story ends, right? And so I talked about this last week, right? What comes out of your cup when you're jostled? I have to stop talking about these things from the platform. Anyway, the miracle was the cup, the top flew off the cup flew upside down and landed right in the coffee holder, right in the coffee cup. And it didn't spill anywhere, but it filled up the entire coffee, cup holder with chai tea latte. The car smells great now. Anyway. So like even those things that go totally haywire when you're in this practice, at least like you get a flat tire in your driveway, right? Like things like that happen. Anyway, that was kind of a miracle minute. Didn't go anywhere, but right in the cup holder. The whole cup went in the cup holder. Anyway, keep practicing. Keep sitting on your meditation cushion for no other reason than just to sit there, right? Meditation is sitting, waiting for nothing to happen. And we do that very well. We sit, we meditate, pray affirmative prayer, and keep your practice going. And when that miracle happens, when those demonstrations of answered prayer happen, email me, revpatti@visioncsl.com, and I will share your demonstration of answered prayer as well. And now it is time for the last word by Johnny Kirko.
I'm going to invite every one of you guys up to do that so you can enjoy music when you get to come up here. Thank you, guys. So today is Congregational Sunday. It is Chili Cook-Off Day. It's our very first time we've ever done this before. Thank you, Elle, for bringing that to our attention. If you want to stick around and have some food with us, we're going to be breaking bread. We'll have tables set up and sharing of the chilies that we had that people made today. So thank you for that and bringing those. Also, those who are online, we're having our virtual meet and greet right after our celebration. We have a practitioner available for one-on-one prayer, and just say hello to our congregation outside of the walls of our space that we're in today. Right after our celebration also, we're doing our Vision Connections. Vision Connections is our small groups. It is our home group is what we're doing and we're working with. And Steve Cooper is heading that up. Steve Cooper right here. So join us for that. We will be set up in one of the classrooms and we'll be getting together and we're kind of talking about the home groups. So yesterday, one of our groups, now it's not a small group, was the choir. And I want to give a big shout out to Janet and Rich for putting that together for us. It was wonderful. Thank you for that. It was really good stuff. Our small groups are going to continue to help grow our community so we get to know people one-on-one a little bit closer. So join us for any one of the groups that we have going. And if you've got and want to start one up, let me know about it or Steve Cooper, and we'd like to chat with you. We have Intuition Group. It's continuing on Monday mornings from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. They are online as well as local here in our space, so it's kind of a hybrid group. And what they're doing is that they're getting, Betty, give me 3 words.
Exploring intuition.
Exploring intuition. That's all I'm going to give you. If you want to know more, come and be a part of our group. Good stuff. Vibe Up Thursday is Thursday night. That is led by Liz Bird. So Johnny Kirko finally went to one of the Vibe Up Thursdays. And so I told Liz that I was going to go to it because I wanted to find out what it was all about. And the word I'm using is energy. It's all about energy in that meeting, in that group. It's Thursday night, 6:30 to 7:30 in one of our classrooms. Come and join Liz in that. I'm telling you, when we were done in there, you walked out of the room so much higher than when you walked in. And that's what I will say is what Vibe Up Thursday is. Join Liz for that spectacular group. Be the change. We're talking about being a volunteer here at Vision, and we thank everybody who is a volunteer, who's been a volunteer, who continues to be a volunteer. And where is my person I was going to mention? She was here. Reverend Jean Phillips, where are you? You were the one that we were talking about today. Reverend Jean heads up our compassionate care team. There she is, Reverend Jean. She is one of our ministers here at Vision. She is a choir member. She does wonderful thing for us. Our compassionate care team is one of the most important groups we work with here at Vision. She heads that up. She works with those in our congregation who need support, and she heads that up and works it. So thank you very much, Reverend Jean. You are our volunteer for today. Thank you. We have Andy and Nathan back in concert in a week from this Thursday. It's going to be Tony Bennett, the music of Tony Bennett. So join us for a nice concert. We're going to set up the cabaret tables again. Those are really a successful program that we're working with, and you're going to see a whole lot more concerts here at Vision. I'm really excited about all of the acts who are actually coming to us and wanting us to be a part of it. As a matter of fact, Janet and Nathan were here on Thursday, and now we booked them for once a month for the next year in 2024. So good stuff. The Vision Variety Show is on the 24th, which is the Thursday, and Eileen Hay is going to be our host on that. Eileen, you want to mention anything in that?
I just want to say we have some great performers that are signed up. We have singers, we have comedians, we have storytellers, and I want you to know, and I want everybody to come. It's so much fun, but also if you're kind of thinking about, I'd like to sing, but I can't play anything. I don't want to sing. Well, we do have an accompanist, most likely Mark, and so we're confirming he's got a busy schedule, but we will definitely have an accompanist if that's the thing that's holding you back. Would really love you to participate. It's just a blast, so hopefully we'll see you there.
Thank you, Eileen. It's always a lot of fun, and if you're not going to be a part of the show, come and be a part of the audience. It's all about Vision, so come and support the community we have here. So Adopt a Bill is back. Adopt a Bill is the program we started last year and was very successful. It's our first fundraiser for the year, for our fiscal year. The way it's set up is we have all of the bills that we are working with for this year, and you get to adopt it. You get to own it. And when you do, you get a bill. And here's our bunny bill. This is our bunny bill. Now, bunny bill has not gone away yet, so it's still sitting in my on the podium here. The way it works is you take over on the foyer area and just take off one of the tags and go see Paul in the resource center and say, I wanna adopt this bill. And so then you get to take one of these bills with you. These are bills. This is Bunny Bill. And if anybody wants a Bunny Bill, come and see me. We'd love to have you. Thank you for that. And it's very successful so far. And thank you for everybody who's donated. Our What's Happening at Vision board, I don't know if you had a chance to see it in the lobby area. What do we call in that area, Patty? The community board. It's right next to the drinking fountains. So what we're doing there is just telling you guys a little bit about what's happening. If you're online, you don't get to see this, so you got to come in online. And by the way, I want to just say this: the energy in the room today with Stephan, with Jeanette, and with Lucy. Thank you guys for your magnificent music today. They have CDs available, as Mark mentioned. They're available out. Where are your CDs at? Right out the door here. Support the local acts. I know they're from Seattle, and New York, and San Diego now. Jeanette was originally from there. But thank you for coming out and supporting us. Thank Jeanette for bringing this to us. We appreciate that. Next week, Reverend Patti Paris will be back. Her talk title is Living on Purpose, and we have Andy and Nathan who are going to be singing for us because they're getting ready for their concert after that. Also, today is the first week of the month of August. If your birthday's this month, stand up. All of our August babies. Larry, what kind of cake we have today?
It is carrot cake.
Carrot cake. You know why it's carrot cake? Because John's birthday's this month and he likes carrot cake. That's right. Thank you, Larry. I appreciate that.
Today is the chili cook-off.
We talked about that.
5 different chilies out there.
5 different chilies. 5 chilies. Thank you, everybody who made the chili. I also want to mention to you, on the 19th, we are doing a celebration of life for Vicki Krause. So we invite you to be a part of that with us. We will be doing it on a Saturday. It starts, I think, at 4 o'clock. And join us. We're going to have the choir, and the choir's sticking around after today to do some practice for that. So be a part. Thanks.
Now it's time to stand up because we're going to do our affirmations, and you know they're powerful They're present tense, they're passionate, they're purposeful. We're going to ground in the truth of them. Get all your energy going. You've been sitting for a while. Yeah, I'd love the practitioners and the ministers to come to the front of the room, get ready for prayer, because people will come up and ask you for prayer. That's what we do here. We pray. Okay, and the affirmations are up here on the big screen. We are ready to rock and roll. Okay, you ready? You with me? Today brings beautiful opportunities for growth and success. I focus my attention on things that matter most. I am a magnet for positive energy. I love that one. Let's say 3 again. You ready? Let's say number 3. I am a magnet for positive energy. You just feel it, right? You can just feel it around the room. Okay, let's go within. Oh, taking all that energy and just allowing it to just flow through us. We know that's God. That's God. That energy that beats our heart and breathes our breath and digests our food, that energy is spirit. We are the place where spirit shows up. We are that demonstration, that activity of spirit in the world. And it is through us and as us that we heal not only ourselves, our friends, our family, those that come within our orbit, but we heal the world. We know and accept that we have awakened. We are the place. We are the activity of spirit. And we know and accept that as we heal, as we transform our lives through this practical spirituality, that we transform the lives of others just by being present. I give great thanks for this. I know this is the truth for us and for all lives everywhere, and I simply let it be. And so it is.